Hey there, Flunkie Force. It's Game Flunkie, which, by the way, we're going to get into that in a little bit. I'm changing my name. It won't be Game Flunkie anymore. It'll be something else. I've been thinking about this for a minute, and it's one of the reasons why I haven't been active. That I had a lot going on. Work's been crazy, and I didn't want to kind of rush myself and overwhelm myself with videos and stuff. But without further ado, let's play that kick-ass intro you all know and love. So today, what we're going to be doing, playing Paladins, we'll be trying on a new champion. Well, not new champion, we'll be trying on a different champion. One I've been working for. Now, before we get into it, I have unlocked all the champions. I am qualified for competitive. The champion we're going to be working on today is Kinessa. Now, if you're curious, this is Kinessa's new setup called the Nova Strike Gaze. Which, I'm still trying to unlock this fucking setup. I bought the set for 400 diamonds, and then come to find out, to get these, I had to win matches. Like, for instance, this one is 3 matches, 4 matches, like 6 matches, and then her weapon, her special weapon is like 16 matches. I don't know, it's fucking bullshit. Getting into it, let's go over Kinessa's primary abilities and go over each one and explain to you how they work and whatsoever. Kinessa has 2 different styles of modes. She has the sniper mode and she has the SMG mode, alright, or the carbine mode. While in carbine mode, which is just pressing down the left clicker, if you're using mouse, I think it's like the left trigger. It's a combination weapon that fires an energy carbine or a powerful laser rifle. The carbine does 150 damage per shot every 0.15 seconds, which is pretty fast and accurate. Definitely used for up close combat, especially if you're getting overwhelmed or getting bum rushed by somebody like Lex or Victor or Tyro. Sniper mode, charge up the fire long range attack dealing up to 1,000 damage. Now, getting into that, the attack, you'll see it in a little bit gameplay footage. The attack that you're looking at, though, you'll see it here, is kind of a charge attack. Now, you'll see little clickers on both sides, little indicators. Now, in max, at max charge, it does 1,000. Along with some, if you have other buffs going on and things like that. But it's a flat rate of 1,000. If not fully charged, it's like 500 to 800. And if you just like quick burst, it's like 2 to 500. So, definitely for a charge up, it does max of 1,000 damage. Then you have a transporter, which can teleport you around. Kind of cool getting away, especially if you build it so you can heal yourself as you teleport. And then you have the oppressor mine, does direct damage as well. Kinessa throws out 2 mines that deal 4 damage every 2 seconds to connected enemies. Oppressor mines slow affected players by 30%. Bonus damage, your carbine deals 30% increased damage to enemies affected by oppressor mines. This is great, and this also allows 2 different styles of build. Now, if you don't mind being up close and personal with Kinessa, then you can go from using sniper mode to her carbine mode while utilizing the oppressor mine, which is cool as well. But bear in mind, she does not have much defense, so you got to be careful what you're doing with that. It does work well though if you're trying to keep enemies off of you. Headhunter, which makes this fucking whole shebang come together. For 5 seconds, successful shots made to the upper half of an enemy character will deal 50% increased damage. Your sniper shots also do not use ammo. So this works really well with their sniper mode. Like I said, this is really badass. Getting into all that, the loadout that I use right now is called this quick scope loadout. Increase movement speed while scope by 75%. Reduce the time it takes to scope by 100%. And after 1 second standing still, regenerate 100 health each second. Increase your movement speed by 40% for 2 seconds after deploying or teleporting through transporter, which is what I use sometimes when I'm trying to escape. Heal for 20% of maximum. Heal for 20% maximum health after teleporting to your transponder beacon. So both of these work really well hand in hand, because especially if I'm trying to get a quick getaway. The only thing I'm going to change today is this, because I believe it or not, I don't stand still as much, and it kind of doesn't help me. So what we're going to do is change it up by using something. Increase the beam range of oppressor mines by 30%. Cooldown of oppressor mine by reduced, but no, oppressor mines made. Target 1, increase your maximum deployed mine count. There we go. And I think that'll be it for right now. I don't really want to. Oh shit, never mind. So now I'll count by 2. There you go. And boom. Alright, so there we go. I took that out just because pretty much on the go. But that's what I initially used, because definitely want to move, especially if you're fighting another Kinessa, you want this movement speed so you can go back and forth. And you definitely want to get away as well if you're trying to fire on the go. If you're trying to quick scope with charge shots, you definitely need it, especially if you're going to use a legendary card. Because I use the charge legendary card, not the headshot one, which we'll get into that in a minute too. And then well stocked, obviously, for the mine count, and then increased movement speed after teleporting, and the healing after teleporting, which, again, gives me an edge. So we'll go ahead and get into the match. Alright, so starting off, you have the 3 legendary cards. I'm not going to do the oppressor mine because I'm not set up for that. But I will be doing the hitting a fully charged one. The reason why, because headshots are hard as fuck to get, but the bonus 30% damage off a charge shot when you charge it up like this and you fire does wonders, because then that allows you to back it up and do it again with a more increased damage. While the headshot is great, if you don't hit, you're not going to do any really good damage, especially when you have moving targets. So if you're really good with your headshots, go ahead with the headshot upgrade. But I highly recommend for novice players like myself to go with the charge shot upgrade, which allows you to fully charge a shot, get a hit with it. Then the next charge shot you do has a 30% increase in damage. Now, with Kinessa, I get Wrecker, morale boost, because let me tell you something. More times than not, I'm always going toe-to-toe with the tank for some fucking awful reason. Alright. See, look at this, watch this. So as I said before though, if you look at the reticle, you have the charge meter on both sides, left and right. That's 1, 2, and then max, that's 3. They're pretty much different firing modes. I mean, of course you have the SMG mode, but we don't really use that too much. That's why I say if you're going to use the oppressor mine build, be very careful. With that no defense to help you out, you got to be very, very aware, especially good flankers like Lex, until they fix his broken ass. MacLeod, damn. Ooh. Got him. That's what I said. If you can't get headshots, alright, fine. But if you get the charged body shots, you're definitely going to do that bonus damage. They got Kinessa on their team? I didn't see her. Like I said, the morale allows you to do tier 1, allows you to increase the rate at which you charge your ultimate by 15%, 30, and then 45. Now, I highly recommend to either use that or use the Wrecker, or both. Now, Wrecker is good, definitely against tank like Inar, Tolvard, Ruckus, and Fernando. Especially when you see a Torvald. Is it Torvald? Yeah, Torvald. Torvalds are nuisances because they can peel off shields from other tanks or apply it to friendlies. So Wrecker's always good, especially with a high DPS character like Kinessa or Shaolin, with that overload of DPS. If you use the ability Wrecker, then that allows you to deplete the shield pretty quickly. If done correctly, though, Kinessa could turn out to be really good with 32 eliminations, 9 deaths, 7 solo kills, and 12 kill streak. I'm not saying I'm the best at Kinessa, I'm just giving you my build. Like I said before, though, one of the things to keep in mind, depending on how you want to play Kinessa, I play from far away, but if you want to try the, what is it called? The mines, the oppressor mines, that's fine. But for me, I like the quickscope build. Basically, go in with the quickscope build, movement, rate of fire. Then use Wrecker build up with the morale boost, which allows your ultimate to pop off faster. And with the Wrecker, you get destroyed tank shields, so that you're not sitting there all day just pummeling against them. And it helps your and here's another thing too is it gives Kinessa something else to do. So if you're not picking off people that aren't tanks, and you're fighting a tank, Wrecker takes the damage that you're already pumping out. Because I've hit tanks, I've hit like a Torvald with up to 4k damage and just obliterated their shields with Max Wrecker activated. That's something to keep in mind in the back of your head as you decide to play Kinessa. But without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll see you next time. This is Game Flunky signing off. But before we do anything else, before I sign off, before the outro kicks in, or it should be kicking in somewhere over here, somewhere, I will be changing the name of the channel to Bros Inc. Bros Inc. is not the finalized name yet, but I'll probably end up doing it. But I hope you guys stick around. Things might be changing up. I'm going to try to do Twitch soon. But other than that, guys, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for being a fan. I love you guys, and have a nice night. Game Flunky, signing off.